Okay, so we're back. Hopefully this time will be better with the connection. So what happened was that Luca in the end took the queen, pawn takes, and then he went for the yeah. So I was saying, I would argue that black is still a bit better, uh, but okay, it's not that simple. And why when I said that is what I meant when I said that the first one to take would leave the file to the other one, to the opponent, and this b5 b4 push can be unpleasant sometimes. This reminds. So I was saying we got a strong center. The knight has to develop somewhere. Probably the f4 is the square he wants to go to, and okay, this king. I mean, queens are off the board. King can bishop e7 or g5 just to control the square and prevent the knight to get from getting there. And yeah, and then probably castle or playing king d7 and probably trying to play something. But again, good. Yeah, probably go 92, trying to get to f4. G5 is an option, and I don't know, maybe yeah, maybe a3. The rook doesn't have to defend a2 anymore, and then you just bring the rooks on the other on this side. So again, black is always better, but it's not that simple to find the right plan. Lose, I will just lose the rook. So yeah, that's probably the plan that the black needs to play. So yeah, that's the situation. And yeah. What I can tell from the few things I know is that the opponent um, looks pretty okay. Like it's not really in stress out or something. If you start playing on the king side, for example, we saw before the example g5 would be met by h4, so you cannot have to go for the queen side. Uh, okay. Okay, I'll do it by myself. I'll do it myself. So takes what was it, e4 bishop h7. So we said 92 and bishop e7. And okay, yeah. We probably disconnected again. Okay, I was saying that I feel like b5 would have been really decisive, or maybe not decisive, but very hard to play against. While okay, bishop e7 is slow, too tricky as it would have been with b5. So let's see what Luca will do. Um, I just hope he knows how careful you gotta be to to play what he's actually playing, because again, many weak squares. Um, and f6, or you may start going for b5, b4 again. Um, and you give some more space to the light square bishop, which right now again a3, uh, rook g1, and then I don't know, maybe something like g4, h4, g5. Because I mean, we were talking about principles. So yeah, it's got less than 37, 38. It's got less than 37, 38 minutes. So opponent has more than an hour. So yeah, that's maybe the worst thing about this position. Again, delegate moments you might have some problems. So yeah, hopefully Luca will speed up a little bit. Okay, so guys, well, our hero here is thinking I'll just go on a little break to trying to solve some connection problems, which okay. I think he had a chance of creating. I think he had a chance of creating like complicated situation after b5, but he went for bishop e7, and I mean he chose the slow approach. But again, but again, maybe g4, h4, g5 could be an idea in the near future if you want to try and create something. We could see some knight d7 and f5 or f6 by black. We could see some c4 by Luca. Everything can happen in chess, you know? And you have to get there playing in the most precise way as possible to keep the position playable. You know what I'm saying? So if the position starts getting harder and yeah, Vincent is chill. Like I can really see. Okay, so of course the break from before was just trying to solve some technical problems with thinking a lot. Like, and I understand that there are many ideas. It's okay. It moved. Knight f4. Okay, which is one of the ideas I was talking about earlier. So if black wants to go for g5, then you go back. Maybe you can I don't know if e2 or d3, maybe d3 a bit better. Uh, and okay, you may try to create some kind of play on h4. Again, so I was saying maybe the best approach was to just go for, and it's kind of unpleasant because it ruins your play on in center. If you go on e2 with the knight, it's kind of the same. So yeah, I'm expecting black to play and see whether the opponent will find the right move or not. Hopefully not. And yeah, see you in a bit, guys. So I see from the video that actually g4, g5 was played. Fair enough. Um, let's see if something changed with the digital board. So now look a lot to things, not to think, not really because of like the, the many options that you have, because I mean, you either go to h3 or e2 or d3, but you may try to go to f2 and protect the pawn, but mm, I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Like, let me show you what I'm. Yeah, just to defend there. Oh, you might as well just take, and I guess you would play the central pawn. Takes. Mm, pair of bishop central pawns really complicated. It could get really complicated. I mean, if you go to d3, it's kind of the same, but and then okay, after 92, either g4 again. Maybe now e5 is possible. I'll probably go to h3 or e2, but still very unpleasant in every. The rookie for suggested by the engine is not really something that I understand. I don't know if it's like because you want to try to play c5 and create pressure here, but